Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mason Cox Show. Today is the entertainment podcast. We've got Selena Gomez, Kylie Jenner, Haley Bieber drama. There's so much drama between them. We've got Harry Styles donning a Bunnings hat. We've got the funny news stories of the week from Braden. We've got the dating segment, as always. We've got your questions. And also, am I the asshole? That's what we're finishing on today. There's plenty to cover here. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everyone, without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to the pod, Braden Cox.
Well, this is a big one because you've said you had some big ones in the past, but I think this is genuinely the biggest bona fide controversy that we've seen with big stars since we've been doing this entertainment segment. And it involves one of our all-time faves, Selena Gomez.
Oh, the goddess, the absolute goddess of social media, the girl that can never do anything wrong, Selena Gomez.
I think you got to be,
It's tough in this world.
Why would you go up against her? That's what I'm wondering.
You're never going to win. Never going to win. Well, there's been beef. There's been some shade, some absolute shade thrown at her from Kylie Jenner and Haley Bieber. They've been touted as the mean girls of social media for what they've done this week.
What have they done?
Now, Selena Gomez, unfortunately, she's had her eyebrows done, and they didn't come out the way she wanted. Let's just say that. And she had a bit of a laugh, kind of poking fun at herself, right? Put something up on social, so, this is not what I expected, blah, blah, blah.
We've all been there. We've all had the rough eyebrows done. The tint doesn't go right. The shaping's just not quite there.
She said it was an accident, right? Which we can all understand. She had a laugh. We're all cool with it. Well, old Haley Bieber and Kylie Jenner doubled down. And they started making fun of her on social media.
So she was self-deprecating, a bit of humor, and these two mean girls came in over the top.
Selena laminated her eyebrows a bit too much. So then they went on and, there was a screenshot taken from Kylie Jenner of her and Haley Bieber talking on FaceTime. And they were pointing at the eyebrows, kind of poking at the fact that they were talking about Selena, right? And people lost their shit, including yours truly. Not cool. Don't touch Selena.
I did see you in the comment section.
Oh, man, I was going hard. Going ham in the paint. Anyway, so what happened essentially, the screenshot was taken, which I kind of questioned because Haley Bieber might have been thrown under the bus a bit here because you can imagine if you're having a FaceTime, someone takes a screenshot and then puts it on social media and then you get in trouble for essentially saying that you were talking about it. It's like, who knows if she was actually aware that she was going to put that on social media? I'm not sure. But then there was another photo of them putting something up talking about the eyebrows. So there was definitely enough, I feel like, evidence to say they were picking on Selena.
So this kind of came out of nowhere for no reason, or has this been bubbling away in the background?
Well, this is the whole thing. Selena and Haley, obviously, Selena used to date Justin Bieber, and we thought that was it. That was the couple of the century.
They took that photo.
And a month ago, maybe about a year ago, the Selena/Haley Bieber photo, everyone was like, beef is squashed. We're moving on. Selena, Haley, we don't need to talk about it. There's no more drama between them. Incorrect. We've sparked it. It's back aflame. The thing is burning hot.
Is Haley actually involved in this, or is this more of a Kylie Jenner type thing?
Haley's guilty by association, I think. Now, Kylie's an idiot. Like, she's literally, she's attacked the girl that can never do any wrong. And the big thing is they're very close on numbers on Instagram followers. So now Selena, after this whole debacle, has actually gone and surpassed her. So Kylie's lost followers. Selena's gained followers out of this whole thing. And now Selena, number one female following on Instagram. Selena Gomez. I couldn't be happier. Braden. She is it. She's the goddess of the Instagram. We love her to death. But the whole kind of backlash between this, obviously the girl's going to come out. The girls that were being mean to her are going to come out and say, oh, I didn't know about it. Oh, this is reaching. No shade towards Selena ever. And I didn't see her eyebrows. You guys are making something out of nothing. This is silly. It was exactly what she said in that voice.
It sounds like they're kind of gaslighting. I wasn't even, what are you talking about? That's... Yeah.
As if they're not following the most followed girl on Instagram. Get out of here. And then obviously Selena, being the girl that she is, she comes back and she's like, you know what? I'm now coming out on top. I've taken the high road. I didn't say anything about this. And she's going, now that I've topped you on Instagram, I'm going to go out on top. I'm going to take a break from social media. And she quote unquote said, I'm going to be taking a second from social media because this is just a little silly. I'm 30 years old. Too old for this. But I love you so much, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. I'm going to take a break from everything. And I can totally understand that. She goes out on top. Sure, she'll be back. I'm sure something else will happen, and she'll have to make a little comment on socials. But she's taken out of the high road. She's gone out on top, and I'm sure I'm 100% positive this is not going to be the end of this beef. This has re-sparked the questions around whether or not Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez hate each other.
I feel like it leaves the door open for a Bieber Gomez reunion. They reunite.
Reunion.
Like,
wow.
It's the love story that shouldn't have ended.
I'm all for it. Justin Bieber's come back. You know, we all thought he was the old bad boy. You know, he had the monkey and the whole situation and all that kind of stuff. You know, he was just the bad boy of the whole media scenario and all the different artists. He was the number one, all that kind of jazz. You know, went from this beautiful kid we all loved to this terrible human ball, and then he's come back. He's come back. He's reinvented himself. He's now dating and married to Hailey Bieber, and that was like this beautiful love story. And then now she's throwing shade, and somehow Justin Bieber's looking good out of this. I'm not really too sure how that works, but if we can throw this rumor out, J. Bieb, Selena Gomez, hi, let's go see each other again. Let's make this little love rekindle, and we're all for it. We're all for the Bieb-Gomez reunion.
This would be a high-stress situation. No wonder last time we saw Justin Bieber, he had the drooping face. And I can see why. If it's his ex-girlfriend and his current wife, going head-to-head all the time, geez, that's got to be pretty stressful.
And then you just got Kylie Jenner in the background stirring the pot like the Kardashians do. They know one thing, and they know one thing only, and that's how to make headlines. And Kylie Jenner, you best believe she's all for it.
Speaking of headlines, Harry Styles. Now, I've seen this going around. So he's wearing a Bunnings hat on stage.
Yeah.
He does the shoey, right?
Classic Aussie.
Sings horses, does all this kind of stuff. You know who actually does that?
Who's that?
Post Malone.
Yeah, Posty.
I think Harry's trying to, I reckon he's feeling it.
He probably listened to the pod last week, and he goes, Posty's getting all the love from Australians. I got to maybe take a leaf out of his book.
From the boys. He's got to appeal to some of the lads, so he's like, oh, if I chuck on a Bunnings hat and eat a snag and do a shoey. No, you can't fake it. You got to do it for real, and Posty's for real. He's a bona fide, he's like an honorary Australian.
Yeah, I feel like he is. Also, I feel like a shoey out of Posty's shoes way more disgusting than a shoey out of Harry Styles' shoe. I can only imagine Harry Styles would have some like glitter or something in his, where Posty would just have like 2 years worth of just sweat. Yeah. Disgustingness.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not falling for it, Harry. So you got to step up your game. You got to be a bit more genuine.
Yeah, I don't know, but props to him for wearing the Bunnings hat, because apparently Bunnings website, they jumped into this whole thing and they added a search thing for Harry Styles and they come up with a Bunnings hat. So they probably sold a few products, I'd say, after it. But Harry Styles, I appreciate the effort. I do appreciate it, but you're never going to be Posty.
I think when you type in Harry Styles, it should come up with locks, like lock and keys, because he keeps stealing other people's shit.
Whoa.
I'm putting that out there.
Oh, wow. The drama.
Start our own drama. That's what we need. To be Kardashian level big.
That's it.
We need to starting Kardashian level drama.
Yes. I'm in. Totally at followers through the roof. We're going to gain 1 million from this.
Harry, build yourself. Go to Bunnings. Build yourself a personality, mate.
Oh! He's gone whack!
But it doesn't matter if I say it, because I'm nobody.
All our female followers right there from that one comment. Oh, no.
See, it doesn't matter if I say it, because I'm a nobody. You got to start throwing some barbs.
Oh, I got to start throwing some shade.
Yeah, look down the camera and say something bad to Harry Styles.
No, I can't. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Boo.
Oh, man. Okay, well, anyway, we'll get into the next segment. Use your weird news stories of the week. Everyone loves these because, to be honest, where would we be without them? We all feel better for listening to them, thinking our life could be worse.
Well, this one, it actually made me think. Now, that's what we try to do when we hit the weird news. So, sushi chain installs AI camera system after licking scandal. Right?
Licking scandal?
Yeah, so sushi trains are big in Japan.
Yep.
Major sushi restaurant chain operator Kura Sushi said Thursday it's installed camera systems with artificial intelligence on the conveyor belt at restaurants after the industry was shaken by a series of incidents involving customers licking the soy sauce bottles and conducting other unhygienic acts. So they use the soy sauce bottle, lick it up, chuck it back.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that just got me thinking.
Old Chat GPT jumping in here,
I hate ChatGPT. Anyway, so it just got me thinking, when you use the sauce at home, tomato sauce, barbecue, bit of mayo,
Yep.
and you close the lid and it's got that little bit on top, how do you clean that off? In all good conscience, can you say that you've never just licked it off the top and put it back in the fridge or the cupboard?
I have not. That is disgusting. You have.
I'm saying I just
You
put it
must
out
have.
there. Well, I know that I have, but
Yeah.
it's been my bottle.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't live with a family.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends or loved ones.
Yeah.
I have no
Sounds real
obligations
depressing,
or
bro.
life.
It's like-
The only thing I get is my bottles of sauce. And I like to, when I close the top, I just lick the little thing off and chuck it back in the fridge or cupboard. We don't want to start that conversation.
Nah.
The fridge or the cupboard.
Oh, no, please don't. Please don't. I will say this. I do drink out of the carton, though. Even when I was growing up with the family, I used to drink out of the carton.
That's fucking
That's
disgusting.
pretty gross, yeah. It's pretty gross. But sorry, mom, dad, brothers, but few germs probably managed to get into your drinks.
That's worse. That's worse than licking the little bit of sauce off the top because it closes it. When you
Yeah.
close it, there's a little seal.
The best way to go about it, though, right? So you close it, you twist the cap, and then that little bit on top, right? You go. Well, let's say you put it on a hamburger, you put it on the bun. You clean it on the bun, so then it's actually just clean on the top.
Yeah. I was thinking a little paper towel action, but that's thinking out of the box.
Can I say this about the story, right? The sushi chain story. I learned something recently. No idea. And I need people to think about this, right? You go to a sushi restaurant, you go to anywhere that has the little soy sauce bottle, right? And it looks a bit weird because there's two sides you can pour out of, correct?
Yeah.
Does anyone realize that the reason there's two sides, you put your thumb on one of them and it stops the soy sauce from coming out? If you leave it open, the soy sauce keeps coming out. So the reason there's two is to have a flow rate of soy sauce coming out of the bottle. Pretty gross because you're putting your finger on the part that might actually be used to disperse the soy sauce.
Yeah, see, I think it's more just to let air in one side so the sauce flows better. I wouldn't have thought to put your unhygienic ass hands on one of the holes to let the fucking soy sauce out.
There might be some soy sauce bottles out there. I've got my unhygienic hands lathered all over one of the spouts.
This is when we're talking unhygienic acts. I think that must have been that. So there's somewhere out there's AI camera angles of you with your size 50 hands all over these soy sauce bottles.
He's thinking he's cultured, that fucking idiot.
Yeah, who told you this? Is this
Vietnamese friend.
okay.
So it was somewhat like close enough, right? We're good.
Well, yeah. Well, anyone out there, if you're in a family or anything, if you're licking the top of the bottle before you put it back in the cupboard, I never really thought about it because I do it. But yeah,
You're gross.
there's got to be some people are doing it. Know that
Oh,
they're
no
in a
doubt.
family or they got housemates that share sauce. Oh.
Not ideal. Not ideal. But anyway, we'll get into the next one. What do you got for us?
All right, now this one's for us. For the single kings and queens out there, there's a new device from China that allows couples to simulate kissing over the phone.
Over the phone.
Yeah, so it's for, people in long distance relationships. You're on the phone, you're doing a bit of FaceTime. Well, I'll play a grab. I've got a grab
Okay.
that kind of
Yep.
sets this one up.
The sound on this will be great.
New device in China that allows couples to feel like they're kissing through the phone. It's been hailed as a way for long-distance couples to have real physical intimacy.
Boy. I don't know if real physical intimacy are the words we should be using.
It lets couples share real physical intimacy. Now, there's a silicon lip device that is
Lip device. Silicon lip device. Yep. Keep going.
It's attached to your phone, and when your partner kisses the phone, the silicon lip device mimics their kissing action.
Like tongue and all.
Yeah, so you kiss the silicon lip device, and another great feature of this long-distance kissing machine is that it actually records and transmits the sounds that your partner's making.
I don't even want to picture this. This is not This makes me think, right? So in 5 years' time, we get VR, the goggles, everything else. God knows what this is going to be like. Relationships on that thing are going to be disgustingly disturbing.
I have a couple of questions out of this.
I have so many. Silicon lips is probably the first one.
Surely it's only kissing, right, that you do with this?
It's only lips. Only lip to lip.
If you see this device, it's just a big old puckered up set of lips with a mouth hole.
Good Lord.
So I think you can only keep it to kissing. Well, let's hope so at least. But I was thinking that this opens it right up for us now. Not us. Not you and I. I don't know. Let's see how desperate we get down the line. But, we don't have to just date people in Melbourne. We could date you could date someone back home in the States.
Yep.
Just get the kissing device. Start make it out.
I need more than that. I need more than that, Brayden.
Whip it out at the club. Let the boys, this is my girlfriend.
This is so disturbing.
It's definitely more disturbing when you see it. It's not great, but no, it was good. I just thought I'd chuck a good news story in there that really opens it up for us. Yeah, we could be kissing people in Tokyo, Arizona, anywhere through the UK, all through Europe. It really opens it up.
Changing your distance on your Hinge profile to a different country.
Yeah, I can change it to infinite. That's what I can change it to.
You change your location based on where you can actually get access to this phone.
Yeah, so that's a great one. I thought, some good news for us. Finally,
long distance relationships made easy.
Talking about that, let's jump straight in, head first into the dating segment.
Now I've got some questions for you because I've had some interesting things that have come up through friends, right? And there's a few red flags I've heard throughout the traps. I want to get your opinion on them, right? Now, one of them, a friend told me that they were dating someone that had a 2.9 Uber rating.
Is shocking.
That bad? Like that's unpickupable from Uber standpoint. Yeah. Is that like something that you go, there might be an issue here?
I think that's unpickupable from every standpoint.
Just a shit human.
I've actually never heard of a 2.9. I think you should probably get kicked off the app for a 2.9.
Under threes, like I've never seen in my life.
If you've had a few trips too, and that's really averaged out, there must have been like some ones in there.
Yeah.
To like average out some of the fives.
A few late nights, someone threw up in the back seat type scenarios,
That's got to be a 1, right? If you're saying what's a 1 for an Uber driver, if you're vomiting, any kind of waste is coming out of your body in the back seat of an Uber, I think that's a 1.
Yeah.
I think it would be extremely evident just why a person would get a 2.9. If you met them and went like, this person is unbelievably great, and they told you they're a 2.9, one, I'd be concerned that I couldn't just see it on face value. I feel like they'd rock up like drunk or, I don't know, they got to have a pretty rough personality just off the bat.
100%. So, I would assume so, but maybe some people can hide it, Maybe it was their friends that got them a 2.9. They're in the back of the car, they're the ones paying for it, and they get the one that was rated even though their friends were assholes.
If they only get Ubers home when they're like hammered drunk, like that's got to be the only way that you can get a 2.9 because it's got to be hard.
Now, the next one, red flag I got to ask, is this a deal breaker? If someone has a dirty house, like if you go into their house and there's just clothes everywhere, there's trash out of the bin, haven't done the dishes, like, are you one of those people, like, I'm OCD. If someone came into my house, you best believe that thing is spick-span clean, especially if I know someone's coming over. If you go into someone's house and it is just a tornado has ran through the joint, is it going, turn around, walking back out the front door?
I put it in the category of, you're neating up your house if you're expecting a guest over. Like, you try to have it neat, but if you know someone's going to come over, you really put in the effort to go the extra mile. But if you have someone back prematurely, like someone that you're not expecting to have back, and then they come over, I don't know. It could be a green flag because you're like, this guy's a gentleman. He didn't think that he was going to have me back. Hopefully. Otherwise, his house is, a piece of shit.
I don't think a girl will be going, this is attractive. He hasn't cleaned his house.
I don't know. Some girls like shabby humans.
Good Lord.
You know,
Not
like,
the right ones, I feel like, Braden.
well, that's what the ones that I'm angling for, that like the trashy mustache and the little bit of stubble look. I never do my hair type stuff. But I'm busy. I don't have time to clean my house all the time.
You also have roommates you can blame it on, which is great.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the way out, people.
The depressing
Blame it on the roommates.
The depressing thing is, like, I have the dog, and it's like I'll wash my sheets, and then by the end of the day, the dog will have run like muddy feet and shed hair and licked the sheets and all of that stuff. Yeah, you just know washing it that it's just going to be messy in one day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's hard to constantly like, all right, I got to do the sheets again because the stupid dog.
Well, I got to ask this about the dog now. Can you judge someone based on their dog's personality?
No, but you can judge someone based on the dog that they choose to get. Like if they get like an apartment, but then they go and get like a border collie or like a farm dog, like that's cruel.
Very cruel. Very cruel.
Yeah. So like not judge them in the way that it's like, you know, you would judge like a Rottweiler for being like an aggressive dog, even though they're super nice, or, you know, you go and get a yappy dog, so they're going to be like a little yappy person or something, like how the owners always kind of resemble their dog. Yeah, I don't think you can judge it in that way. Like my dog is an absolute ball of energy when people come around. When people leave, he just goes and lays down.
Just chill.
Which is like, I wish it was like that all day round. But yeah, I'm definitely not a ball of energy like my dog. I wish I had the energy that guy had.
Very true, man. Well, let's get into some questions. Now, plenty of questions about the dating life, Braden. We always love going into them. Do you have questions for the group?
I had this one that was, do you think it's a red flag if you're dating someone that can't cook at all? Like nothing.
Yes. Huge red flag for me.
Like I know that you're into your cooking and
Love
stuff.
a bit of cooking.
I think when I think like cooking, I don't think like they have to be some kind of master chef or something, but it just shows a level of maturity that, you know, their mum or their dad or whatever didn't cook for them the whole way through. They actually passed on some knowledge to be like, oh, you're going to go out in the world and survive. Here's how to cook meat and veg. Here's how to cook pasta, bolognese, whatever. Like if they can't do that stuff, I think that leads into the rest of their life. It's like if you can't cook, how are you going to survive? So then if you can't cook, can you drive? Can you, if you can't drive, can you look after yourself? Can you function in this world? Because I'm not going to carry you through life. Like,
it's very true. Very true. Maybe, the cooking's the first sign, the first signal that maybe they're not grown up.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And that's what I think when you go to a footy club, they like teach these 18-year-olds coming through the door how to cook. Yeah. Because it's like, it's a skill that they need to learn. And it does. It shows you a level of maturity and that they can, you know, fend for themselves.
I remember the first time I came there, we had the dietitian take me to a Coles and just literally show me like how to cook. And I was just like looking at it, I was like, I am the 23-year-old human. I was like, I thank you for taking me, but I am an adult. I can cook my own meals. The biggest thing I had to ask her was like, what's the transition from kilos to pounds?
Did you live out of home before you moved here?
Lived out of home for like 5 years. Yeah. So I was paying my own bills. That's what college does back in America. Like, obviously, you drink yourself silly, but like, you also get to learn what it is to be an adult. So you pay your own bills. You move into your own houses. Like, you have roommates. Like, you kind of learn to cook. You learn to take care of yourself, and you know, you essentially have to do college on your own. So you have to have the responsibility of showing up to class and being able to get grades.
Yeah, I moved to Melbourne when I was 17, completely ill-equipped, just trying to figure it out for myself. I'd go down to the Queen Vic Market and pick up a tray of like 1 minute steaks, and I'd just like cook them in the microwave, and with a packet of like frozen chips, and that would pretty much be my life. I was living off $20 a week.
That's talent.
Yeah,
that's talent. If you listen to the last episode, you might actually be using the same rent as old fella that was $10 a day.
Yeah, $10 a day. I wish that guy was around back then. I could tell you're resilient at that age. You can
very resilient.
You can sleep on the floor. You can have 2 hours.
Mold growing everywhere. I didn't care.
Wake up, crack a tin, jump back into it. All right, so let's jump into this one. This is a new segment, I guess you could call it. Am I the asshole?
This will be good. This got me a little bit worried. A little bit worried here.
So this is a scenario. It all fell apart when she showed up looking different to the photos on her profile.
Yeah, okay. I feel like this happens quite a bit.
Hey, it's happened to me on plenty of occasions.
Yeah.
We exchanged phone numbers and we'd been talking for months. When we finally met, I was flabbergasted, as she clearly misrepresented herself in her photos, and they must have been years old. Now, I think this is pretty prevalent at the moment because, the last 2 years, you're not really taking amazing photos of you sitting on the couch, drinking endless bottles of wine, binge watching Netflix. So you are
your prime.
You are posting photos from 3-4 years ago when you were out and about at the beach, at the music festivals, living your best life, got the tan, maybe a bit skinnier, been hitting the gym, allowed to go to the gym. So I feel like this is a common one. But uncomfortably, I explained to her moral error, and I ordered her an Uber home. Now that set her off. She was in tears.
Yeah.
She leaned on the fact that she was still the same person on the inside.
Yeah, okay.
And I made the comment that, but you misrepresented yourself on the outside. And then that goes into a whole moral dilemma of like, if you're misrepresenting this, what else have you misrepresented?
Yeah.
Are you the person that you claim to be, type thing? So, he ordered her an Uber home. She was in tears, but he guesses his point is don't misrepresent yourself, then show up and expect everything's going to be cool.
Very true.
We've all got photos of us looking at our best, but it all comes back to like, do you really look similar to that? Are you in the ballpark? Am I the asshole?
But this is the same thing with like social media. We all post the best photos, versions of ourselves. Like, whether it be an app or whether it be a dating app, whether it be Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, whatever it is, we all post whenever we are dolled up to the nines. We don't post whenever we just rolled out of bed, our hair's absolutely stuffed, we haven't shaved in like 5 days. We don't post those photos. So I get it from her standpoint of saying like, obviously you're probably not 100% the person I was expecting either. Like, but you have to come to an agreement that if you see, let's say you see a 10 on the dating app, it's not going to be a 10 in real life. Chances of that are very small. And that might be
they're
ruthless.
on a dating app. So.
Yeah. Well, if it was a 10, they probably wouldn't be on a dating app. But like, I feel like even myself, when I put stuff up, right, I know that's the best version of me. Like, I'm not going to be that person. Like, I look good on the day, therefore I put that photo up. That's it. So I kind of understand both sides of it. Sitting in an Uber home, ruthless. Like, ruthless. You must have been like attracted to her, I would assume, enough from a physical standpoint to want to go on a date with her. So there's got to be a reasoning. And like, if you connect on a level that is, more mental, then you should still like them, right? I wouldn't think it's blatantly enough to be sending them home in an Uber as soon as you see them. That's rough. Like, that is a rough way to go out.
Yeah, I think there's a few things to this that are bad from both sides. So like, sending her straight back in an Uber. Now, I don't know what she turned up looking like, so I don't know how big a distance there was from her photos and her reality. It might have been a gaping gap. But I think the other thing is, rocking up and expecting everything to be fine. Like, you're putting the burden back onto the person to just ignore that you've like blatantly lied to them or misrepresented. If it's as bad as it kind of suggests that it is in this circumstance, like, if you got out and you had no arms or legs.
There's something that is drastically different. Like, I can be like, okay, I would have hoped you would have told me before we met up. Because obviously I'm going to have the question as soon as I see you physically. Like, you can't, it's like the whole catfishing situation, Like, if you haven't seen the Monte Teo, like, catfish thing on Netflix, wild scenario. Wild scenario. But imagine meeting someone in person who you thought was these photos, and then it turns out to be a totally different human. Yeah.
Well, like, the other way around. If it's like, so a guy rocks up and he says that he's 6'1" on his dating profile, and he steps out of the Uber and he's 5'2".
Yeah, that's raising all kinds of questions.
And then
all kinds of questions.
Then his argument is, but what? I'm the same person on the inside. Are you just judging me based off my height? That's disgusting.
I think you're judging them based on the fact that they're willing to blatantly lie.
So it sounds like you're swapping your...
Maybe a little bit. We don't know the extent of this, I must say. But there has to be, I think whenever let's say you match or whatever it is, right? You start chatting, you like find out they're a great person, you like really vibe with them, but then you realize they're lying about something like that blatantly obvious that you're going to find the truth out about in the future. Like it's just, you kind of start questioning everything about them from that second you probably see them.
Yeah, and I think if you take a step back of this scenario, the context of it all is that they've met on a dating app that is 90% about physical attraction. You get on dating apps and you're like, ugly, ugly, good looking, ugly, ugly, good looking. That's the whole premise of the app. Yep. So if you're expecting to meet someone in person after you've misrepresented yourself, and then you're thrown by the fact that they're shallow because they've based their opinion on you based off your physical looks and their attraction to you. I don't know what you're really expecting.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't send him home in an Uber right away. That's ruthless type scenario. But you would probably I would just play the date out. I would be like, yeah, it's great to meet you. I get to the end and I say, look, this isn't going to work. Like apologies, it's just not going to happen. But to send him back in an Uber is an audacious thing to do. But I can understand it. I can kind of understand it. Like, if someone showed up and was totally different, like just totally different from what they said, you would think that maybe if they're lying about this, what else are they lying about?
One thing that stands out to me, though, is this guy says that it's not the first time that it's happened to him. So I think that was his reaction. He's like, this is like the third or fourth time. Get back in the Uber. I'm done with this. So it's like he's had that heated reaction because he's been through this multiple times before. So that would be one thing that I'd say is don't take out other interactions on her because you've been through it before. But I get his frustration. I think the easiest way out for me, if I was in this situation, is you just go have one beer. I got to shoot off because I've got X on and I forgot about it. Or
we all have an escape plan.
Yeah.
We all have the escape plan.
So just have a beer. There's nothing wrong with a beer. You can enjoy a beer and you've already enjoyed the conversation in the lead up. Otherwise you wouldn't be meeting them in the first place. So,
but would you do the same thing hypothetically, where I'd say if it was the positive side of this? If all of a sudden they showed up and they're just a stunner, an absolute stunner, you'd be like, oh, mate, we're on here. We are on here. You wouldn't go, sorry, love, not what I saw online. Here's the Uber.
Well, obviously. Be like, look, you're clearly way above me. This isn't going to work. I'm going to be all fumbly and nervous and get back in the Uber. I'm sick of this happening to me all the time.
So, yeah, it's the third time this week.
I'm looking for a 6.
I'm looking for a 6 out of 10.
So, what are you saying? What did you land on? Who's the asshole?
I would say they're both assholes, to be honest at the end of it. Asshole for sending her back in the Uber right away. Obviously just cares about looks. 2, asshole for the girl to essentially give a false representation of who she actually is.
Yeah, and just don't expect that it's going to be okay.
No, it's not. I mean, like, you don't just rock up and just think, yeah, he won't know. Won't see it, I'm sure.
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, I'll give them both the double asshole, but I like that seg.
I don't mind the seg, yeah.
I can see that coming back.
We're gonna ask, maybe we'll ask this. We'll ask this to the audience. Have you ever rocked up to a date and the person just is, A, not the same height as they say? A lot of females, I feel like, would probably vibe with that.
Yeah.
Or B, just does not look like the same person that you saw online. Or maybe C, you only saw the group photos and you thought it was one of the friends.
And that happens all the time. We did get one from a fan that actually had that same thought.
One of my favorite dating app tropes and cliches for a guy seeking a girl on the apps are the Where's Wally game. It usually features the same friend in multiple photos and you're trying to figure out which one they are. And also the candid laugh photo, that photo that's taken at a winery or a bar or on holidays. And also compounding points if they feature said hot friend in the candid laugh photo.
So candid laughter, fake laughter. And I don't think that really flies with guys. Like I couldn't be like, hey, mate, take a photo of me while I'm holding like a glass of red and I go, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right, mate.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any candid laughter guy photos out there. If I don't know, ladies, if a guy pops up on your dating apps and he's got like 6 canned laughter photos, that's run, stay away. That's
Whatever red flag is, it's the one beyond that.
you're gonna be on the news type that situation.
We'll leave you with that. An absolute golden nugget, everyone. But thanks so much for tuning in for the Entertainment Podcast. That's it. Follow us on all these socials. Plenty more to come next week. We are excited for everything that will happen this week coming forward. But in all honesty, thanks so much for listening in, and we will speak to you soon.
Peace.